Right, 22 July 2025. And today I'm so excited to be giving you an afternoon update after a long time. And this is because something big is about to happen. Chiwenga is the vice president of Zimbabwe. He's got just a number of days before they dismiss him. I've explained to you that Mnangagwa will never allow Chiwenga to have power, to be strong. So they are waiting. They are mocking Chiwenga now, every day. So less than an hour ago, a letter has been released purporting to come from Chiwenga's office. But I'm going to show you that this is not Chiwenga who wrote that letter. So that letter about a fake conference is fake. So that letter is not real. And it's part of a set of activities that are going to be taking place leading up to the dismissal of Chiwenga. If Chiwenga is not dismissed, then Mnangagwa is going to be removed. So there are two things that are going to happen. If Chiwenga is not removed, Mnangagwa is going to be removed. So I'm going to methodically walk through what is happening, and then we'll take it from there. So a few days ago, the ZANU-PF page posted a conference in Bulawayo, and they said Chiwenga was going to be the guest of honor as acting president. So if you go to GAMBAKWE, I did a full video on it. Chiwenga has rejected that conference, and he's done so through a statement. However, today, a press statement from the office of the vice president has been issued. So I want to show you that this statement is fake. So this is the statement. I've cropped it from my own Instagram. This is the ZANU-PF page that published it, ZANU-PF 2024. This page is run by Colin Mnangagwa. So Colin Mnangagwa runs this page and a number of related pages which are run by Owen Muda-Ncube. So I want you to take note of the signature here. That is the signature on this letter. Honorable Vice President General Retired Dr. CGDN Chiwenga's office. So this letter was not written by Chiwenga. It was written by his office. Chiwenga did not sign this letter according to this letter. But I will let you know that this is fake. This is not a real letter. So this letter you're seeing here, Chiwenga saying he's not attending, is not real. So it's a fake letter about a fake conference. So this one here. So this dinner was announced by this same page with Mnangagwa's face. This page belongs to Collins Mnangagwa. So let me show you now what has happened. If you go to the page, they just published it and then they deleted it. What is Chiwenga's real signature? So let's go to Chiwenga's real signature. There is Chiwenga's real signature. Honorable General Retired Dr. CGDN Chiwenga, acting president of the Republic of Zimbabwe. You can see Chiwenga's signature is like this, CGDN at the beginning, and then Chiwenga. Do you think Chiwenga will allow someone to sign his letter when he's in Zimbabwe? Why? Why would Chiwenga be afraid to sign his own letter? So clearly, the person who signed here is not Chiwenga. However, take note of the mocking which is on this signature. Honorable Vice President General Retired. Look at the retired. It's retarded. That's what they are writing here. They're not writing retired. Look at the retired here. Retired, RTD. Here, they are basically mocking him. Retarded. That's what they're writing here. This is a mocking letter on the page of Collins Mnangagwa. I'm not making fun of this thing. This is what it is. These guys are mocking Chiwenga, and they're publishing fake letters under the signature of Chiwenga. This is not Chiwenga's letter. It's not his signature. And there's no person who signs office There's nothing signed as office. Chiwenga's office. You can't sign a letter and say Chiwenga's office. There's no such thing, and it will never happen for someone to sign a letter as Chiwenga's office. What is that? Do you think it makes sense to sign his office? So now let's look at Nick Mangwana. I hear he published this letter. So let's go to Nick Mangwana on Twitter. So on Twitter, let me see if he's posted it. Okay, I don't see it on Nick. Probably deleted too. Let's quickly browse through. I'm not seeing it on Nick Mangwana's profile. So it was just on the ZANU-PF page run by Collins. So the good thing is that when you delete on a page, it takes a bit of time to get out of the app. So this is what I have to show you that it was published by Collins. It's here. So ZANU-PF 2024, here. They published it 1 hour ago. So that is when they published it. And then if you go now, it has been deleted. They don't have it anymore. But it has gone all around the country. Our guys who read the news have even published this. And I've said to them, did you check the signatures? So look at this. Let me share with you. So if you go to the actual page, it's probably not there anymore. Right. So everyone knows Chiwenga didn't write that letter. So it's the second letter this week which Chiwenga didn't write. Let's go to other pages of ZANU. Okay, stop it, girl. Okay, so if you go to other pages of ZANU, it's not there. So it's not here, but it was on the page of Collins Mnangagwa. So Collins Mnangagwa put out that letter and then deleted it, but it has already circulated around the country. Why are they doing that? This is what you do when you're hunting an animal. You pretend to go after him. Let's say you're a lion and you're hunting a buffalo. You pretend to go after him, and the buffalo is going to try to poke you with his horn. And another lion is going to come from this side and do the same. And another lion is going to come from this side and do the same. Until the buffalo is tired. Then the lions are going to jump, all of them, and jump on the poor buffalo. That's what they're doing to Chiwenga. They are tiring him out with garbage. So they're involving him in useless nonsense every day. Chiwenga is involved in useless nonsense. And people say Chiwenga said this to Mnangagwa. Chiwenga said this to Mnangagwa, until his message on corruption has been diluted. So now he has to respond to a letter about a conference, not about corruption. So the man who was talking about an important national subject, which is corruption, is now busy with a letter about a conference which does not exist in Bulawayo. And everyone is now saying Chiwenga refused to go to the church leaders summit. Chiwenga refused to go to Bulawayo. You see, what about corruption? Nothing. They don't care about corruption. They want him to talk about useless things. I know that because they do that to us all the time. They want you to lose focus from the important things. So they give you a toy to play with. They are giving Chiwenga fake powers. What are fake powers? Chiwenga has got no power to talk about a poster where Mnangagwa's face is on that poster. Do you think it makes sense that Mnangagwa is on a fake conference? His head is there. And then Chiwenga is talking about it. There is Mnangagwa's head there. Do you think it makes sense for Chiwenga to talk about something which is fake when Mnangagwa's head is on the same thing? Otherwise, we have Mnangagwa saying, this thing is fake, I don't want to be associated with it. So they're giving Chiwenga fake powers. Chiwenga does not have an office of his own. As vice president, you don't have an office. You are in the office of the president. So these things, what they're doing is to slowly tire Chiwenga with garbage. And they are waiting for one day, then they're going to just chop him. And the next thing that you're going to see is the dismissal of Chiwenga. That's what they want to do. And if it doesn't happen, Mnangagwa will be removed. Something will happen to result in the removal of Mnangagwa because no actual work is taking place in the offices. Currently, as we speak, there is no planning, there are no meetings, there is nothing happening in the offices of Mnangagwa and Chiwenga. All they do is fight. They are fighting like a cat and a dog. So they are fighting like a cat and a dog. Now let's look at the comments. Been following you on several issues about ZANU-PF and the number of your analysis and your sources deliberate, or you tend to price up. No, here is the signatures. Let me show you. This is the signature on the letter by Chiwenga's office. This is Chiwenga's office with the letter, with the watermark. Where is the watermark? Do you see what is happening? That is a fake letter. This letter here is fake. This one. Do you see where the watermark is placed? So this is a fake letter in the name of Chiwenga. There's no question about it. Chiwenga has not written a letter like that. And Chiwenga would never write Vice President's office. It's not possible. And if someone did it, they're trying to mock him because they wrote retired. Look how they wrote retired there. And then look how they wrote here. So retired is not written R-E-T-D. Retarded is written R-E-T-D. They are mocking Chiwenga here. And they want to make him understand that they've got him. They've got Chiwenga and they're going to move on him very, very fast. And they are mocking him on a daily basis. They are putting him on posters without his permission. And then they are making rejection posters on his name, which he didn't make. And he's going to be reeling. His head will be reeling. He'll be looking, who's doing that? And then who's doing that? And who's doing that? And time is moving. He's forgetting about corruption. He's now embroiled in this garbage. It's called a quagmire. So a quagmire, that's what you're seeing. So Chiwenga is in a quagmire. He is totally taken out of reality. There is nothing that is going to happen. Chiwenga is not going to be able to remove these guys because they are a group. So they're hunting like a pack. The pack has got all the family of Mnangagwa, Sean, Collins, Kuda, Emerson Jr., Auxilia, and all these guys, Tungwarara, Tagure, they are on top of Chiwenga. They want to destroy him, and they cannot afford to wait any longer. So this is a game, the last stage of a game, with everyone on the side of Mnangagwa and Chiwenga on his own. What is Chiwenga going to do? You have to understand that there are no powers in the office of the vice president. There are no powers. The office of the vice president is the worst office to be in. I always tell you, if you want to be president, you can't be a vice president. So what are the powers of the Zimbabwe vice president? So let's ask. I want you guys to understand the powers. There are no powers in that office. If you're a vice president, you are the weakest person. Here are the duties of the vice president: assisting the president, acting as a president, and you've got limited powers. An acting president is generally forbidden from deploying the armed forces, entering into any international convention or treaty, revoking the appointment of a minister or deputy minister, assigning functions to ministers or deputy ministers. So a vice president's office has got no power. And what they've done, they've taken away the portfolios. So currently, as we speak, Mnangagwa has deliberately removed the portfolios. He has not assigned portfolios to the vice presidents. Previously, Chiwenga had certain portfolios, but now they've removed it. They've removed those portfolios. So currently, Chiwenga can do nothing without being asked by Mnangagwa. However, Chiwenga has in the past done things. So Mnangagwa will say, go and supervise Nehanda statue. And it will take years to build that statue. Then when Chiwenga is assigned that duty, he does it so well. And Mnangagwa gets bored. He gets annoyed. He will say, go and fix Parliament Road. Remember Parliament Road? And Chiwenga will go there and will fix the road so fast. And Mnangagwa will get annoyed. But basically, there are no offices in there. However, you can succeed. So you can be a successor. If you are the first vice president, you can succeed the president. So currently, at the moment, the last acting person was Chiwenga. If Mnangagwa was to be removed now, Chiwenga will become the president of Zimbabwe. If he's removed one way or the other. So let's say Mnangagwa is walking across Samora Machel and he gets hit by a bus. Yes, Chiwenga now has power. But as it stands right now, the position of vice president is the worst position. And what they want to do is to annoy Chiwenga and then remove him. And then they put someone in there, and I believe that they're going to put Valerius Manda. Since there is so much fight against Tagure, Valerius Manda is going to come in, or Upam Chinguri, one of those two people is going to become the vice president within a short space of time. We've been talking about this, but this is very complicated. So don't expect to wake up and see Chiwenga fired that day. There has to be something big. They must blame him for something. For example, factionalism. So they need to build up to the dismissal. It's going to happen. They're going to build up to that dismissal. Okay, let's quickly look at the comments. I'm starting to talk longer than Makandiwa. Now let's go over to the comments one more time. I see the point. I thought they'd given up on Chiwenga. I can't believe you're on it again. When you talk about these topics, you sound like you have pressure of speech. You have pressure of speech. I'm just showing you what's happening. Remember, during the day, we do media. So we have to do what needs to be done. There it is. That is Chiwenga's signature, the real one. There is the fake letter which just came out. That's not Chiwenga who wrote that thing. And Chiwenga will never assign someone to sign his own letters. It's not possible. It's not allowed. You can't give someone a letter to sign, a junior, when you are there. It's not possible. They can write the letter for you, but they can't sign for you. So that's not Chiwenga, and they've removed it. So Collins Mnangagwa has removed it. He's the one who was circulating this letter. And it was done on purpose to mock Chiwenga is a retarded person. Look at how they signed it there. First, they signed as acting president. Look here. So look here, they signed as acting president of Zimbabwe there. And I told you it's not possible for Chiwenga to act when there is when Mnangagwa is in the country. So, guys, what you're watching here is a drama. Chiwenga is on the firing line. He may not understand what's going on. He may not get it. But these guys are after him. They have started again with the 2030. He is a stumbling block, and they're going to take him out very badly. And I don't think there's much that Chiwenga can do right now. Chiwenga must prepare to become an opposition politician if he's fired. This has happened in so many countries. But in certain instances, they can even arrest you. So like Zimbabwe, they will not allow him to be out. So what are the possibilities of Chiwenga getting arrested right now in Zimbabwe? If they arrest Chiwenga, what are the implications? Because this is where we're going into that territory now of an arrest of Chiwenga to tie him down. If Chiwenga had no power of his own, he would not be on Tagure's case. You saw Changwa on Tagure's case. Tagure is no one. Anyone can be on Tagure's case. Tagure is Mnangagwa. Do you understand what I'm saying? Tagure is Mnangagwa. So if Mnangagwa, Tagure is doing something, he's working for Mnangagwa directly. So you can attack Tagure, but you first of all have to remove the boss, who is Mnangagwa. Do you think Tagure has the power to walk into ZANU-PF, walk to Central Committee and find a seat? It's not possible. And give 500 cars. Guys, be serious. Be serious. Everything that Tagure is doing is being done by Mnangagwa. And it's crazy. Okay, I think I've covered everything for now. Tonight we'll be back. We're working very hard on the M31 political party. So what you have to understand is that forget about ZANU PF, forget about change coming from ZANU. Change is going to come from an organized opposition, and it's our job to create that opposition that is organized, that can win elections. Don't worry about NTA, about revolution, about all sorts of things. Everything is dead. The only thing left is the 2028 elections. We have to prepare for the 2028 elections and win resoundingly, 75%. Then these guys will be out. We start a new thing. Otherwise, forget about revolution. Passing a revolution. Yaka Dakwa, Yaka Broker. Who is in the revolution? What is the revolution? Who's going to be the president after the revolution? That's garbage. Okay, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I'll see you again later tonight as we talk, obviously, about the new thing. And a good day to all.